have a forum. Who do they have online?
Commissioner Debney, Commissioner White Williams, Commissioner Secretary Oliver.
Okay, and then having come out of the executive session, will be public again on Zoom?
We are. We are
And-
recording.
And recording. Okay,
But I'd like to make a motion to come. Discussed in closed session, except those matters related to 4A and 4B.
all right. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. Madam Treasurer, do you want to call the roll?
That is, Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
Treasurer Montoya votes yes. Member O'Connell, Chairman.
Yes.
Member
Yes.
Rohini. Member Williams. She might be a little bit, so I'll come back to her. Member Maggie, who's all over.
Yes.
Secretary Monette.
Here.
Secretary.
She's on mute.
Yes. Member Damney,
Yes.
Chairman West,
Yes.
we have a vote of 9-0.
Okay. And so then that takes us to the next item. Any action required as a result of the closed meeting? Is there any motion related to that?
There's a few motions. Can you appoint a committee? Us to do a search for executive director.
Okay. Is there a second? Any discussion?
That committee should include Mr. Cotton.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, could someone please repeat the motion? I think the sound went out just a tiny bit.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't think the motion had been fully stated anyway before I asked for the second.
Oh, okay.
It was,
There's a
I'm
fewer
sorry.
restate of that motion.
it was a motion to appoint a committee to do a search for executive director. And member Cotton seconded that motion. Mr. Cotton, Ms. Williams, Mr. Ruthini, and myself, as well as member Melia and Mr. West, Chairman West, have all just been willing to volunteer.
That's the motion. Is there a second?
Mr. Cotton seconded.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none? Madam Treasurer?
Mr. Cotton,
Yes.
Treasurer votes yes. Chairman O'Connell.
Yes.
Yes. Member Rovini.
Yes.
Member Williams.
Vice Chair?
I'm gonna put it down. Something is.
Oh, right.
Madam Secretary of State,
Yes.
Secretary Monette,
Yes.
Member Dab,
Yes.
Chairman West.
Yes.
A vote of 9 in the affirmative, the motion.
Any other motions?
Yes. A motion to accept Leonard Waite's resignation effective immediately.
Second that motion.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Hearing none? Madam Treasurer?
Treasurer votes yes. Chairman O'Connell,
Yes.
member Rothie,
Yes.
member Williams, Madam Secretary of State,
Yes.
Secretary Monette.
Yes.
Member Dabney.
Yes.
and Chairman West.
Yes.
A vote of 9 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, motion passes.
Any other motions?
Member, I have a motion to appoint Beverly Gaines as interim executive director with a temporary salary increase.
I second that.
All right. Is there any discussion?
And authorize the chair
To take all actions.
to take all actions and work with the governor's office.
Okay,
So second,
with the amendment. Okay, so we have amended motion. All right. Let me ask a question about that. Should it be, if the motion should be specific, if we're asking the interim, if we were asked, the deputy director to take the helm as the interim director, should she have a salary increase as part of that? And should it be specific? Okay. Okay, because we have to get approval. Therefore, it can be specific.
And therefore, then the motion, the chair can work with the governor's office on affecting
Unaffected
that
change.
change. Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or discussion on that motion? All right.
Member Cotton,
Yes.
treasurer votes yes. Chairman O'Connell,
Yes.
member Melia, yes. Madam Secretary of State,
Yes.
Secretary Monette,
Yes.
member Dabney,
Yes.
Chairman West.
Yes.
With the vote of 9 in the affirmative, you have a motion that has carried.
Okay. Thank you. Any other motions? Hearing none, then we'll move on to the next item on our agenda, which is memorandum of support from BFA and Do It. Who can speak to that?
We have Lisa Jennings on the line.
Oh, okay. You're recognized.
I apologize, I didn't hear what I'm speaking to, so if someone could enlighten me.
Oh, this item on the agenda is memorandum of action for support from DFA and Do It. And when I called out that item on the agenda, someone called your name and said that you were on the line. And so if you are ready to speak to that and you would like to, you're recognized.
Okay, so I am the mobile CFO with DFA. So I believe that we are working on a memorandum of understanding with Martin Luther King Commission so that I can come in
Are
and
you still
help
there?
them.
We heard that you.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Your connection is a little bit unstable.
Okay.
We
Hopefully
heard that you're the.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am the mobile CFO for Department of Finance and Administration. So we are working on an MOU with MLK Junior Commission to allow me to come in and help them out with their finances for a little bit. I have already been assisting them some with their external audit and providing documentation over to their auditors to help get that facilitated so that their audit is not submitted late. So not sure what else you guys need.
Can y'all hear us in the main meeting? Okay.
Can you hear us?
They said no, I saw our head shaking no.
Can you hear us now?
Yes.
So, Mr. Chairman, I was saying thank you to Lisa and to Mark Malhoff and DFA for helping us with the mobile CFO. And that we plan on supporting signing the MOU today. Ms. Lisa, do you know where we're at with our audit?
Yes, ma'am. As of yesterday, we have provided most of the requested documentation. And I know the audit team was working on reviewing that yesterday, so I have not received any further questions from them. But I'm sure they'll be working on it and communicating back with us. We are hoping that it can still be completed on time. As long as everything's provided, so. I haven't been told. I'm sorry?
Mr. Chairman, do you know when the deadline is for the audit requirements to be turned in?
The deadline for it to be submitted to state auditor's office will be November 1st. Same as most of your other state agencies. So I believe as long as there's not any surprises that come up, that we should be probably on track for that. But I will also be checking back with their external auditors to make sure and staying in communication with them so that we can make sure that we're not holding it up in any shape.
And Mr. Chairman, Ms. Lisa, just to clarify, you just started the audit, correct, yourself, or was there other items that were already sent in?
I started providing them stuff this week. I don't know if things had been previously provided to them. I do know they had been in communication with the commission to request access to share. And so they've been able to go in and pull specific reports out themselves in order to start working on the audit. I know they got access to share this week, so they've been able to go ahead and get started on that.
Thank you, Chairman.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments? That's going to be my next question.
So I'm going to just do it just in case, but item number is to make a motion to accept a memorandum of action for anything to do with both Department of Finance and Administration and with do it something that is needed for.
Okay. I guess that's a motion and a second. Anybody have any discussion? Hearing none.
Oh, for discussion. Let me just add in there that I think we need to let Ms. Beverly email everyone that you normally work with, the new leadership and then of both self in that role and the leadership of the MLK so they know who the contacts are. In the whole list out. Okay, Mr. Chairman, Member Cotton,
Yes.
Treasurer Montoya votes yes. Chairman O'Connell,
Yes.
Member Melia,
Yes.
Member Williams. Secretary of Treasury. She come on?
Are you on me, Madam
All right.
Treasurer?
Yes. No, she.
My vote is yes.
Secretary Monet,
Yes.
Member Dabney,
Yes.
Chairman West.
Yes.
You have a vote of 9 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative.
Treasurer. All right. So that takes us to the next item on our agenda, which is the training for the commissioners on the Open Meeting Act, Inspection of Public Records Act, and Governmental Conduct Act. And just for the knowledge of our new commissioners, this item is on the agenda courtesy of our bylaws. Our bylaws require this to be on our agenda and for commissioners to receive this training annually at our annual meeting every year in June. But it's October and we didn't have it in June. And so we're doing it now. We have Deputy Attorney General Billy Jimenez here, who has graciously agreed to give us this training and teach us some things that as public officials we need to know. This all goes towards the ends of transparency and accountability, some of the things that we have talked about today. And so with that,
So this is normally like a 2-hour training.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're not gonna put the commission through it right now. But certainly I think at either the next meeting or we can do it at the beginning of the year. We'll have a training where we come in and we just provide the commissioners with basic training on the Open Meetings Act, what we need to do in meetings. IFRA to know that our materials are IFRAble and the public, can get a hold of those things. And also governmental conduct. I think that's going to be especially important for this commission. And so whenever the board would like to entertain maybe like an hour and change for such a training, that we'd be happy to do it.
maybe it's something instead of taking it all at one time, it can be done in almost episodically.
Sure.
Maybe give us a part 1 Open Meetings Act at our next meeting. And, episode 2, Inspection of Public Records Act.
Sure.
Okay. And then, so maybe we get 3 hours. Just done. Okay. So that's not exactly in our bylaws, but here we are several months after the annual meeting. So we have to do the best we can.
And I'll offer, there are guides that are pretty helpful for Government Conduct Act and Open Meeting Act that we can distribute now so people can start looking at it before the training.
I can definitely send those out to the commission. And then we can work with the interim director and the chair and set these on the agenda items for subsequent meetings.
That sounds good. Yeah. And I know that the Attorney General has Inspection of Public Records Act guide as the chair of the PRC has just mentioned. So that would be a helpful resource for the interim director and for me as chair and for all the commissioners. That's great. Okay, so that takes us then to the next item on our agenda, which is about our next meeting.
Before you, can I ask a question? There's some information that I need to give to Beverly.
Okay,
For the transition that will help her and be successful.
okay.
So is there any way I can get my computer back? Information?
So
Someone,
with that, what's your understanding of where their computer is now?
I have no idea. I think from what I understand is that the IT group had it done.
Right. So what I would do then is if you could reach out to IT and ask them to the computer to Ms. Bevel.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
point of order.
go ahead.
We've already accepted the resignation effective immediately.
Yeah.
This is null and void, so Miss Beverly can handle it herself.
Right.
She can get the computer, she can talk to it, she can open the computer.
You're right.
They can open up a new password and she'll be taken care of.
Your point of order is on point. So you will have to address that concern to the interim director, executive director, Ms. Beverly. Okay, thank you for raising that point.
Ms. Beverly, could you have something to say?
For the next meeting, just, we're all trying to go get ready for the Black Gala. Can we just do a thing of when people are available? for the
Yes,
next meeting?
yes, and I'll circulate the points, one of which would be the budget, the finance. And any items that commissioners have, please feel free to reach out to me. If you have something that you think should be on the agenda, I think the next meeting may need to happen within the next couple of weeks. Meanwhile, we got to try to put something together for LFC next week.
When you said next week, this month or the next month?
In early November. Is that
Is that before or after the election?
Right?
They,
Madam Secretary is not gonna be here before the election. We did good here today.
the Secretary of State is saying it better be after the election.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so,
Y'all,
that-
y'all can feel free to meet without. me.
okay, thank
I'd
you
love
for
to
that
be there
reminder.
if I can.
Thank you, Madam Secretary of State, for being here today. Thanks to all the commissioners. Without objection, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you all.
You can put some donuts in here next time.
No, we gotta get these meetings down.
Yes.
We're short.